Rumspringa is when all of the dudes in the Amish community cut off their beards of power and then go jump into a vat of sin and electricity.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part.
He's smooth.
Me and my mom really don't argue a whole lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Connie's Nighttime Talk Show. I'm here with my host, my guest, Bryce Rabano. Bryce Rabano loves his mother and still does stand-up comedy, or at least what he calls it. He's about 5 foot, but in my heart, he's 10 feet tall. Bryce, welcome to the show. This is Connie's Untitled Nighttime Talk Show. I got you all wrong there earlier. I don't know. I don't know, dude. You tired of doing open mics yet?
Not really.
Not really?
No, I mean, I like being around people for the most part.
What if it's the same people every week? And you don't like those people?
Is this you just trying to tell me something? Like, is this you just being passive aggressive?
No, I guess I'm really just trying to burn every bridge before I build it.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I mean, I don't know. It seems like most open mics, comedy open mics are pretty much the same. Every place that I've been, which isn't a hell of a lot. I mean, I don't know. Los Angeles, you got one group of nerds standing around the sign-in sheet. Half the people are outside smoking cigarettes the whole time. That's open mic.
Yeah. No, I think you kind of nailed that.
Bunch of dudes
right on the head,
screaming racist shit at each other in a in a basement. Yeah, that's my experience of open mic. And I'm always surprised to find that, doesn't matter where I go. I'll go from here, somewhere in Arkansas, in a place where tons of stuff is happening, or anywhere else I go. If it's Minneapolis or fucking Austin, more Hitler talk.
Well, I mean, Trump just got elected. You're going to be seeing that much more. It's going to be white boy summer for the next 4 years, man.
Just because you said that, we got 1,000 views. But, yeah. No.
You're welcome. Hey, it's the most views you've ever gotten.
It is kind of weird how the algorithms work. If I mention something that gets a lot of people fired up, then I have to pick a side. And that's the thing that a lot of YouTubers get trapped into. Because, one of the things that I want to do with this thing is talk as much shit as humanly possible, but also maintain some level of employability.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, and that does not include I don't know. There's TikTokers that jam stuff inside of themselves and got famous from it, and then wrote that out. And now they're at Harvard giving a talk on your digital footprint, and it's well, yeah, it is a permanent record,
Yeah.
So, I'll go out and say whatever, whether or not people think whatever I'm saying is crazy, I hope that it's just consistent over time. So that if I ever get accused of being an asshole, that
what do you mean if? I feel like didn't Sam Talent and then just do that on their podcast?
Yeah, right. Well, two sides to every story, all right? They did call out. Yeah, they're it looks like he got hatched. Yeah, and that is original. I've never heard that.
You do have very avian qualities about you.
Avian?
Yeah.
Bird-like?
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know, just something
Plumage?
about the...
Prancing?
I don't know, just something about the face.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my nickname when I came to Arkansas. Before I came here, it was Yukon, but when I got to Arkansas, it was my buddy on welfare, let's call him James Moses. What was his name? He was I'm gonna call you Seabird. I'm please don't. Seabird, Seabird, Seabird. And that was just, yeah. Yep.
That's hilarious.
Well, yeah, you don't get to pick your nickname. You ever met somebody that picks their own nickname? AZ?
Oh, well.
I'd like him better as an Alexander Zacharias. I like him better Amish. You see an Amish guy DJing? Super impressive. You know,
Not really.
He had to learn so much more. I mean, literally the same, but relatively speaking, in less time.
I don't know. I grew up in Pennsylvania. I saw a lot of weird Amish shit.
Like what?
Well, quite a few times during Rumspringa,
right?
We would have.
For the listeners at home,
it's when the Amish kids turn 18 or become an adult in their society.
Now let me stop you right there. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Rumspringa is when all of the dudes in the Amish community cut off their beards of power and then go jump into a vat of sin and electricity.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part.
Okay.
But, I mean, the women also do it.
Okay. Do they also cut off their beards?
I mean, if you're lucky.
Okay, all right. Go on.
But every few years or so, you would hear stories about them trying different types of narcotics and drugs for the first time.
All right.
And then getting behind the wheel.
Of a horse?
I mean, of an actual car.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop you right there. Are they hitting drugs and cars at the same time?
Yeah.
So, like, they're getting cars.
It's wild.
The same, like Bumblebee just dropped, and then, like, 5 days later, they're, like, learning about drugs.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a experience.
Oh, no, it's wild to see.
I mean, like, imagine, like, going from the year 1750 to 2024. Like, I imagine there's dudes on Rumspringa that just, like, find internet porn and never leave their room.
Oh, yeah, that happens, too.
Okay. So, all right, go on.
But we'd always just hear these stories about, like, cars flipping over on the side of the road. Just these really awful, like, fatal crashes every few years just because of, like, how off the charts they go.
Well, I feel like I did a version of that. Like, I went to Catholic school.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And then I became a hippie. And then nobody can tell because all my hair fell out, so it's cool. I have to act like I'm a monk again, which I was never... Anyway, yeah, no. No, but I totally get that. Like if you grow up in a certain environment, like, it breeds a certain amount of wanting to spring out of that environment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Disturbed, the band,
yeah,
is from Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to do there. That's how you
fair.
get that. Right. So, yeah, no, and you go to their, like, their early shows that put them on the map. You ever heard of Bud Dwyer?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, their early shows that put them on the map before they got signed by whomever, they'd be, like, playing that video on a loop of, like, a dude fucking in a courthouse, and yeah, like, people weren't ready for it. I mean, that's what you get when there's nothing to do but stare at the horizon and wait to, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just saw Disturbed over the summer.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was
Aren't they all in their 50s now?
I don't think that old, but they're definitely pushing, like, upper middle age.
So you can't really tell because they wear a mask. Right?
No.
They don't?
Are you thinking of Slipknot?
Yeah, I'm thinking of Slipknot. Slipknot is from Des Moines. Disturbed. Disturbed's probably from Ohio. I'm going to fact check myself. I bet I'm right, though.
I don't know. I used to know. Disturbed's really one of the only bands where I know the lead singer's name.
George Corpse Grinder Fisher? That's Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah.
David Draymond is Disturbed.
Yeah, it sounds like he was at a rally.
Maybe.
Speaking of rallies,
yeah.
You know, I sure do love how political everybody gets once every 4 years.
Oh, it's hilarious.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Oh, you know? It's one of my favorite times.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, like, having to explain ideas, like, how politicians get funded for their elections is a conversation that is more exhausting and lost on deaf ears, and the only thing that they have to combat me was like facts and experience is just some shit they heard.
Yeah, because you worked or did like an internship type deal.
Well, I
In
got involved
Minnesota.
when I was like 16. I was in the paid program, and I went to the Capitol, St. Paul, and walked up and down the aisles of the House of Representatives, and handed out the papers that everybody was going to yell at each other about, and they did, like a lot. And I'm sitting there as a teenager, and I'm watching grown men, people who my father respects, like, get into such a heated argument that the speaker had to, like, call recess.
That's always funny to me. That's one of the reasons why I like British politics so much, is because they will throw hands.
Well, Parliament is basically Congress with a 2-drink minimum. I do kind of like it. The unruliness. Yeah, like I like that. Also, don't agree with any of their... Well, I don't know anything about British politics. I know Brexit is a thing.
Was a thing.
Was a thing.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, oh yeah,
They
dude.
gave up?
That's been done. That was done quite a while ago.
was Obama.
Yeah.
No,
Obama.
dude. What? No, that can't be right. Misinformation's fun. I heard
It
that-
is.
I heard that if you hold your breath, that hornets can't bite you, sting you, or bite you.
They really should have told that to the kid in My Girl.
Is that a movie?
Yeah. The movie where the little boy fucks with the bee's nest and then dies from anaphylactic shock.
All right. I mean, yeah, seems like a pretty basic plot device for
Yeah.
movies.
I love
I think I saw it in Tom and Jerry, actually. No. No, but if you hold your breath, kids, you can kick a nest. Misinformation is fun, though.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
one of the greatest things ever.
Yeah, I like how...
I love just fucking with people.
Well, okay. How do you personally misinform? I got a good one for you.
All right.
Put you first. You on the
Well,
spot.
really, it's just me talking out of my ass.
Yeah.
So,
No, right. Okay, so tell me what you think about this. So, have you ever dealt with somebody that can't really tell that you don't really want to talk to them, and they just keep going?
oh yeah, part of my job is customer service. So
Totally. Yeah. So, like, that's basically the whole job. Basically the whole thing. I'm talking about in, like, your personal life, like with maybe family members, friends of family members. They invite you to the barbecue, and then
yeah,
they
no, I
just-
talk to Brandon Devine every week.
Yeah. Well, I love Brandon, because
I mean, so do I.
he doesn't need you to participate in the conversation. He's got a point, and he just needs you to be there, And the thing that I love about Brandon specific, there's a lot of people that do this, and I hate it, but I like Brandon when he does it because his autism,
Yeah.
and that's has to be what it is. I mean, I've known him for years now, but like when he's done.
He's
He walks
done.
away. No,
Yeah.
like, he's not even in the room. Like Brandon Devine, I don't know. I consider him like an incredible acquaintance of mine. But like that kid, he would help me rob a bank just so long as he could leave at 10:30. Like,
Just fucking on the dot.
yeah, but there's other people that are shades of Brandon. Not all the way. They don't leave at the end of their thing. They make you
my God.
sit and just
50 Shades of Brandon.
And it feels like you're a hostage in a conversation with somebody because there's just throwing information at you that you're never going to use, that you can't use, and then anytime you have an idea, they pick it back up and keep running away with it to some other place, and it's just like, why did you invite me here to do this? And then you bring that up, and now you're a huge asshole. Well, no, I'm not. I don't know. I've been watching too much Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Never saw it.
It's great. It's the best.
Mm-hmm. Right now, I'm working my way through Dexter.
That's trash. It's awful. I mean, it's good until season what? How many are there?
That is a really good question.
Okay. Well, if
I'm
there's
still
7,
on season 1.
If there's 7, then it stops being good at 5.
So, like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, they run out of funding and then the wheels fall off.
All right.
Yep.
You brought up Catholic school. Did you see the Vatican just released an anime girl mascot?
No.
Yeah, this happened like last week.
What color hair?
Blue,
Sure.
I think, if I remember. No, dude, it's wild.
Well, all right, yeah,
And
I mean, you know.
So here's the fucking funny part. All right, they named her Luce, which is light in Latin.
But in Japanese.
Means nothing.
Really?
I mean, I have no idea.
Oh. Well, what was the... did I step on the point there?
Well, no, I just thought it's
Her name and-
really funny because they have this whole thing about like false idols and whatnot,
Okay.
and they name the idol they just made Luce.
Are you trying to talk about religion right now?
I don't know. I just thought it was hilarious.
Well, I don't know, Luce. I mean, like, how do you spell it? If it's Latin, Luce. I don't know any... I'm not well-versed enough to interpret that any other way than dumb. I don't care. Why
That's
would they...
fair.
What, anime with a Latin name?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Is she a nun?
No,
She's got cans?
it's like a little kid.
What is the point of anime? What?
No, it's just like
Why
this.
would you...
It's like this little kid with like a shepherd's staff and an
guys,
orange raincoat or a yellow raincoat.
So you mean to tell me that a bunch of guys who don't get laid
I don't know.
got
There's
together,
so many
got
things
together,
about it.
They got together and said, like, hey guys, we need to appeal to people in Japan who don't get laid. All right, what do they like? Tentacles. Can't do that. Our Satan is more land-based, but no, we can't have that either. You know, I don't know. What was that meeting like? Who's in the Vatican? Somebody's getting paid more money than me to have worse ideas.
Someone's getting paid more than any of us is getting paid to come up with that.
Who's any of us?
I'm
I
going to
know-
assume anyone listening to this.
We get thousands of views. How dare you? It's not just you. You. All right, yeah, we got half of the audience so I guess that's true. Cheers to that. You want to get another beer?
Yeah.
And we're back. The Catholic Church has their own Pokemon trainer now. No cans whatsoever. You said Japanese, I thought anime. I didn't think Pokemon. That's like 8-bit. Why do
Yeah.
they need an 8-bit representative?
I don't know, but
Do you-
it is hilarious.
You know, if the Vatican really wanted to boost membership, they'd turn the Vatican into a gym. For Pokemon Go. All right, never mind. I'm just riffing. That is kind of wild. And ham-fisted and bananas. But what else could you expect from the church? I mean, they're a very old institution. You know? They're like older than the... You know?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I guess so. That's some good ideas, those guys, you know?
I mean, very influential.
Trains ran on time, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, air
Five
quality
souls,
was
guys.
kind of shit, but
Shame. Mussolini,
Yeah.
good guy, bad guy.
I mean, it's really a dichotomy if you think about it.
All right, now that's a $5 word for what?
A dichotomy is comparing two different things that do share similarities in some instances.
So it's like, what is it?
It's a toss-up.
A dichotomy. It's like an Arnold Palmer of things,
Sure.
where iced tea is a thing, but so is lemonade. And iced tea is not lemonade,
Yeah.
but it's an Arnold Palmer. That's a dichotomy.
Sort of.
So why'd you call it that?
Because I like to use big words.
For who?
For me.
All right. Glad we could get to the bottom of that.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyways,
I like to read a lot.
so Mussolini. That's good. That is good. I think there's a limit, though. I feel like you can read too much. Depends what your goal is, you know?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
You know, like, one of my observations when I went to engineering school is that, like, most of the professors who should be, like, in my mind, dunking on these dumbass students cannot make eye contact in the hallway, you know, on their way to go conduct a thing. Like, it makes sense to me, but it doesn't make sense, you know?
That's fair.
Like, for how good you want to get, that's their TV. For as much as you can learn about something, there is a limit to it, to where you just start turning normal people off. I've hit that with Photoshop recently. That's pretty exciting. You know, talking about JavaScript and how you can do it on videos, and everybody's just...
No, that's fair. At work, I've been trying to teach myself 3D modeling software because I have a 3D printer.
Nice.
So I'm trying to...
Is it like the toothpaste one, or is it like...
No, I'm using filament, so
That's the one
it's like the toothpaste one, yeah. You're thinking about the liquid one where it goes from the... Yeah.
with the laser.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet. Yeah. Do you know Dick Cheney has an artificial heart?
Yeah, didn't they use like a pig heart or something? Or was it just
No.
a fully artificial one?
It was a fully artificial one. He has a turbine
Oh, that's cool.
with a battery to push his blood through his body. He does not have a pulse.
Yeah, like most politicians.
No. Like, he literally has a constant stream of blood pressure and not a pulse. Like, you made a perfectly fine joke. This guy literally is the thing. Like, it's beyond satire. Like, yeah, the guy who wants to sell bullets does not have a pulse.
I'm strangely okay with that.
I'm okay with it, I guess. You know, I just think it's, I don't know, fitting. I'd really hate to get back into the Bible again. You know, like that wouldn't, but when there's stuff like that, like it's just, and there I go, inciting the fringe. But
No,
the
you know what
listeners.
freaks me out?
Yeah.
Are the Boston Dynamics cyber dogs that they've been mounting.
You just watched Black Mirror.
No.
Oh.
No, this is a
You didn't
legitimate
watch Black
thing.
Mirror?
No.
No. I mean, like, I know what you're talking about. They made the thing from Black Mirror.
That was the thing in Black Mirror.
Oh my God! There's an episode they do it in black and white. It's like a cyber dog from Boston Dynamics, except they can pick up a knife, and when it picks up the knife and puts it in its little robot mouth, it just turns it into a blender, and that's how it stabs you.
Huh.
It's pretty crude and effective.
Huh.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
you got homework. You gotta watch that when you get home, dude. You're gonna freak the fuck. Bryce might not come out of the house.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
All right. I thought we were friends.
Well, no, we are friends. I'm just like, I'm letting you know that, like, okay. There was
Dude,
this
I don't
one-
need to have any other reason to just hole up in my house with a shotgun, okay?
Besides roommates. Well, there has been like people who, like satirists, people who make satire that quit because they're too on the nose. Like before Sarah Palin happened,
Oh, God.
there's a guy, Jeff Buckley, who wrote a book about a D cup gun toting, rootin' tootin', Supreme Court Republican ass deer shooting Supreme Court justice. And then after Sarah Palin got announced as running mate for whomever failed, who was that?
Sarah Palin and...
McCain?
No, it wasn't McCain.
McCain would have done great. I think it was McCain.
No. You might be right.
All right, I'm gonna put a marker in there. But
Yeah, fact check me. I don't give a shit.
I mean, it's all
Fuck
about
politics.
misinformation. Oh no, it's not fuck politics. Like politics is pretty easy. All right, on a county, like on a local level, politics is super easy.
Yeah.
All right, on a local level, you know, hey, there was a trailer full of dirt that tipped over on the road, and now we need to get all this dirt out of the road. Like, you know, non-partisan issue. It's only when it gets really to the state and beyond that it turns into this cluster fuck situation. Like, I thought comedy was going to be different than that. I didn't anticipate that it would be exactly the same as that. Like I gotta apologize. Anyway, yeah, like I don't, and I don't, but, boo. But, shame on people. Everyone should be equally ashamed of themselves. Not trying to, like, make other people more ashamed of themselves because they're fucking Italian.
Yeah, dude. Fucking
Anyway.
Italians, dude. Gotta ruin everything.
Some things.
Like Olive Garden.
Olive Garden, dude, you've been there lately?
Yeah. Yeah, I was there last month.
With who?
One of my coworkers.
All right. What'd you get?
Same thing I always get. I got the Zuppo Toscana.
The soup.
Yeah.
Tuscany soup.
Yeah.
Did you get the lasagna fritters?
I did not.
You fucked up. Anyway, go on. What else you get?
I got the ravioli with the carbonara sauce,
Uh-huh.
and it was mediocre as shit.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was getting to. Dude, I had like the endless like pasta over at the Olive Garden the other day.
Here's
like,
what pisses me off the most, though. I ordered an old fashioned. When I sat down, they had to comp it because it never arrived.
I mean, that's just wait staff. That is, you know, that has no reflection on the family, you know. I mean, it's just regular business. But no, dude, last time I went there, I got like the endless pasta because it seemed too good to be true. And it was, because you eat the shells these days, and I swear to God, they're all made out of seed oil. Because like 15 minutes in, you want to fall asleep on your, like, on the table. Meanwhile, the waitress, who's fine, she's fine, you know, upsells the piss out of you, so you take this stuff home, and then, like, by the time you put it in the fridge for like 2 minutes, it congeals from like a noodle cheese appearing dish into something that's closer to like a candle. Like, I swear to God, dude, I took one of these plates home and I put it in the thing, and I went back the next morning, and it was like a rigid piece of plastic. Like, you could peel it up, and like you could forge coins from the mold that it would make on the bottom. Like, it was one item. Yeah. It was weird as hell. Yeah.
But the one thing I can't forgive them for is they forgot the Andes mints at the end of it.
Did you take a nap at the table?
No.
Well, then they don't give you the mints.
You know what? I
Same
want my
rules as the
goddamn
hotel.
minty chocolate, okay?
You gotta leave the room. Yeah. Yeah. I want the minty chocolate with the fortune cookie in it. You ever had one of those?
No.
I'm starting a business. No. I'm getting paranoid.
Sam.
Yeah.
I was like, has it been the 15 minutes yet? Or
What time is it now? The game starts at 6:30, so.
6:12.
All right, we got about 3 more minutes.
All right.
Bryce Rabano, you got any gigs coming up? You got any hope for the future? Do you need a ride home? Do you need a ride home?
Probably need a ride back to my place, yeah.
Comedy, baby.
Comedy.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I think it's cool that there's so many places to practice out here
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of nowhere, relatively speaking. But the onus on whatever's going to make a difference for you and whatever career this is totally on you. Like, it's trade-offs, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like I've been very fortunate that, you know, that I've been good enough at a job enough to shoehorn my hobbies into it without people complaining.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I sort of feel like that's about as good as you can do out here. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
You do have to do everything yourself, though. That part sucks.
Yeah, that is something I'm learning more and more.
Like, if you're lazy, you're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that way too much.
I don't think you're lazy. You're like Peter Dinklage lazy. You're like,
Really just pigeonholed into one role.
no. Well, for the Game of Thrones of example, sure. You know, because of, you know, options that you probably wouldn't have done otherwise. That got taken off the table involuntarily. You are forced to focus on what you can do. And I feel like that's a more healthy place to, I don't know, operate from. Because you don't want to be paralyzed by choice or what have you.
No. But God did almost paralyze me from birth, so I mean, I'll take what I can get.
Turnabout is fair play.
Yeah.
Well, I
Really just trying to figure out a way to wrap this
I have to
up.
figure out what the show is, dude. Like,
I don't know, right now it's just two
it's a
people drinking
self-help
and
podcast for me. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, inside of a borrowed venue
Yeah.
with Huns at the gate. But yeah, this hasn't been an especially funny one.
I mean, I had a few good laughs, so
That's
fuck it.
true. Okay, all right. Well, maybe I'm just seeing how you react to me saying that. Yeah, I don't know. The comedy thing is fun because, at least for me, you know, it's like one of these deals. It's like, what is something I can pour an infinite amount of time into that I will never ever master? You know, just like guitar, painting, whatever. You know, and unfortunately for me, I have too many of those fucking hobbies.
You really do, though. I mean,
Yeah.
what did you stop by Bobby's, Mike, over on Tuesday?
No, actually, well, last Tuesday I went to Trailside.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
How did that go?
It was all right. It was good.
Yeah.
Wasn't as bad as whatever you described last time.
Wait, what did I describe it as?
You're like, nobody was there.
Oh yeah, no, that's because no one was there. There was like 2 people
Well, like
besides comics,
my whole
comics don't count as people.
perspective has been like shifted on audiences because of Zane Lovelady. Shout out to Zane. I'll tag you on this one. Yeah, he invited me out to Little Rock, which is from here is like 3.5 hours to get paid $20. Gas is like $4 a gallon. Things were not great, you know. I'm losing money on this gig.
Hey,
just to get there.
It's about to get better. White boy summer.
Maybe. We'll see. You know, I know a lot of white boys less impressive than I, but you know,
That's a
hopefully.
feat.
Thank you. I get down to Little Rock, and I've got this little shtick that I've developed. You know, I don't like it when open micers do crowd works at my open mics.
Yeah.
You know, so what I'll do is I'll show up an hour early to the gig that's out of town, and I will beg everybody who's there to stay. Explain to them how far I drove, what a pain in the ass it is. It'd be so nice if you could at least shut the fuck up for 5 minutes while I was talking, you know? And so that's what I did that night, you know? It's out of town. I show up to the bar an hour before my gig, before the guy who's putting it on shows up. Like, talk to all the people. Everybody who's sitting at the bar is crying. Like, I guess all of their kids got sent to jail that day, and that's literally what happened. And,
Oh man.
yeah, dude. By the time the show starts, the host is blind, you know, so he doesn't know how few people are there. And, and there's 2 people in the audience. One kind of looks like me, you know, like, you know, up for the cause or whatever. The other is this lady with pink hair who's probably high on meth, named Heather. The reason I say that, I'm not saying that lightly. Like, she would respond to everything that I said into a microphone in a room with 3 people in it. You know, like this podcast that we're having now. She would respond to every single fucking thing that you said, and you couldn't get a word in edgewise. And yeah, that was terrible. I remember, you know, EJ Eusebio. I picked him up. His parents were throwing him a surprise birthday party.
Oh God.
I picked him up from that to go meet Heather, get off stage, bring him up, and I was like, this is an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. You're going to remember this for the rest of your life, and I'm so sorry I invited you. Yeah. Yeah. So whenever there's 2 people in the audience, you know, and they're not visibly high on meth, I'm very, very grateful for that because of what I've put myself through. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Connie's Untitled Nighttime Show with Bryce Rabano. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, we'll catch you next time. Whenever we get bounced from wherever we're at. Kind of looks like a Tour de France in here. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll catch y'all next time. Thank you.